So well, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and thanks honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh, Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kwadash. Double honor to elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Shalom, the hopefully get. This is Brother Araka coming back with a super quick lesson. Okay, concerning this Venezuela thing. It's a huge thing, man. You don't very often see a country going to another country and kidnapping their president. Okay, so this is video from GMS1 channel, okay, brother out of Dallas, Texas. So I just want to show something concerning what Maduro said, okay, with the 12 tribes. So check this out.
Pietro Parolini, es inaceptable lo que se le hace al pueblo palestino. Esos judíos de las 12 tribus, que no son los que mandan hoy en el Estado de Israel, los que hoy gobiernan Netanyahu, no es judío auténtico. Aceptable lo que se le hace al pueblo palestino. Esos judíos de las 12
Those Jews from the 12 tribes who are
tribus, que no son los que mandan
not the ones who rule today in the
hoy en el Estado de Israel.
state of Israel. Okay? The 12 tribes of Israel are not in the land of Israel today. State of Israel, those who govern today, Netanyahu,
Los que hoy gobiernan Netanyahu, no es judío
is not an authentic Jew. Damn, that's a fact.
auténtico. Él es un camba.
He's a scoundrel who comes from Poland. So that's a president of Venezuela saying, spitting these facts, man. Okay.
Que viene por allá de Polonia. Para los que les gusta
For those who like to talk about religions
hablar de religiones y dicen que esto
and say that this is a religious conflict, I believe you are speaking on the Israel-Gaza situation.
es un conflicto religioso. No, esto no es un conflicto.
No, this is not a religious conflict, and not the state of Israel and Gaza conflict.
Religioso. El conflicto que hay
The conflict that exists since the foundation of
desde la fundación del Estado de Israel
the state of Israel is a geopolitical conflict.
es un conflicto geopolítico. Porque ese Estado
Because that state was created to conquer the
lo crearon para conquistar todo el Medio Oriente y Asia
entire Middle East and Central Asia, to take
Central y quitarle las riquezas.
away their riches and colonize those peoples. So people, you know, waking up to the tiny tops, to the small hatters, man.
Y colonizar esos pueblos.
Claro, son. Is among the people that is.
Okay, then I want to show you something else from his another video as well.
Just pleaded not guilty along with his wife to the charge. Just pleaded not guilty along with his wife to the charges that they face as protesters have been out here throughout. Now, one of the more interesting things that happened during the hearing came simply when the judge asked him to confirm his identity, where he simply could have just said, yes, I'm Nicolas Maduro. He launched into saying that he is the constitutional president of Venezuela, that he is essentially being treated as a prisoner of war, that he's been kidnapped, taken from his home in Caracas, when the judge jumped in and said, okay, we'll get to that later. For now, we just needed to know your name. His wife was there as well, pleaded not guilty. Both of them were speaking in Spanish as the rest of the court listened through interpretation. His wife did seem to be battling some injuries, some visible injuries on her face, and it was something that her defense acknowledged over the course of the hearing. And then as the hearing wrapped up, a protester stood up in the hearing and essentially yelled at Maduro, "You will pay for what you have done." And Maduro turned around and acknowledging that person, saying, essentially, "I am a man of God." And that was how the hearing ended.
You see? That's interesting, man. That's an interesting piece of info. Okay? You know, not trying to uplift this Maduro character by any means. This whole situation is just very fishy, but what's beautiful about it is major prophecy, you see. It's a major prophetical event. And you know why? Because there's going to be consequences. I got a couple of articles. Okay, let me go in. Okay, this is from the Christian Science Monitor. Seizing Venezuela's Maduro, Trump implements his corollary to Monroe Doctrine. Let me get a scripture at this point. Okay, Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 1. The points are at verse 4 and 5, but verse 1, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I'm reproved. And this also spiritually to us, we are at the watchman position. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And we're running it, okay, beginning from the elders apostles of Great Millstone on down. Okay, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And the Lord willing, man, this year we're gonna see all the prophecies fulfilled, Lord willing. Verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. He's talking about Esau Edom, okay, Babylonians, Trump, okay, Marco Rubio, Pete Hegseth, and not the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Morgans, Bonds. First and foremost them, their soul is not right, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keep it at home. Here it is, he wanna go to fucking Greenland, he wanna go to Venezuela, he wanna go fucking everywhere, man. The Middle East. Okay? Fucking everywhere. He's a proud man, neither. And did you see the speech, the press conference with Trump, Marco Rubio, and Pete Hegseth? Speaking about the incident, that was pride, fucking heavy level of pride. Neither keep it at home who enlarged, how do you say it, who enlarged his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations, and heaped unto him all people. And he was saying that, Trump was saying that now they're gonna run Venezuela until there is a next government, kicking in. They're gonna run it. They wanna take the oil, they wanna show who's boss to China and Russia, which are, allied nations to Venezuela, or do business with Venezuela. So this is a fucking crazy move, man. And also the fishy thing about it was how easy it happened. So they were saying no American soldiers lost their lives. How do you do this kind of operation so easy? With his dramatic weekend actions in Venezuela, President Donald Trump has commenced implementation of his vision for Latin America and the Western Hemisphere, presaged in his recently announced national security strategy. In that document, released last month, the Trump administration declared that the United States will assert and enforce a Trump corollary to the Monroe Doctrine, a 21st century addition to the 19th century vision for hemispheric relations. The corollary proclaims a more aggressive stance toward perceived national security threats in the region, and a willingness to take military and other coercive action in pursuit of U.S. interests. Okay? For the Latin America. So for North, Central, and South America. It's fucking crazy, man. Saturday's actions, the abduction of President Nicolas Maduro in Caracas to face federal drug trafficking charges in the US and the deadly bombings of military installations and some civilian buildings across the country had Trump Corollary written all over them. You see, as did the president's repeated references to Venezuela's oil wealth and assertions that US oil companies will return to revive the country's oil production and take back what he said the US is owed. That's wild. They exposed, man. Babylon is exposed. It's fucking crazy, man. So let me do a couple of things here. First, I want to search definition for corollary. It means a proposition that follows with little or no proof required from one already proven. It just means that we're gonna go in, no questions asked. A deduction or an interference. Inference. A natural consequence or effect, a result. Okay? Trump corollary. A proposition that follows with little or no proof required from one already proven. That's wild, man. So now just real quick. Let's check out the definition from Monroe Doctrine. The Monroe Doctrine is a U.S. foreign policy established in 1823 that opposes European colonialism in the Western Hemisphere, asserting that any intervention by foreign powers in the Americas would be considered a hostile act against the United States. It also stated that the U.S. would not interfere in the internal affairs of European countries. But here it is, he wanna take fucking Greenland, man. And basically what this goes into is America doing what the fuck they want and everybody else has to sit silent and watch along. This is what it really goes into, translating. That's what Trump corollary is all about. So Revelation 17:16 it says, I believe it's the 16th verse anyway, in Revelation chapter 17, the European nations, they're gonna hate the whore, they're gonna hate Babylon. Yeah, it's the 16th verse. And the 10 horse which thou sawest upon the beast, European Union countries, they shall hate the whore and make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Bro, for the Most High has put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth, which is America, Babylon the Great. And they're gonna be destroyed, man, by nuclear missiles. And we're getting closer, so watch out for the mark of the beast, RFID microchip. On to the next one, Shalom.